Hello, everybody. I'm Professor Karmim, and welcome to this course of Writing Paragraph for Semester 1. This course will provide you with the necessary tools to achieve good academic writing. However, daily practice from your part is the only way to ensure that you will write in good, coherent, comprehensible English. So, the first lesson is about types of sentences. In order to write a paragraph in academic English, we have three types of sentences that we can use and alternate between. The first one being the simple sentence. So, consider the following sentence. Maria sleeps. It is a valid, comprehensible sentence in the English language. It is considered a simple sentence. Therefore, a simple sentence that is also called an independent clause contains a subject, which is, in this case, Maria, and a verb, which is sleeps. It also expresses a complete logical thought. So, whenever you hear the sentence, Maria sleeps, you would know who's sleeping and who's doing what, or Maria is doing what. Now consider the following sentences. Some people take good care of their health. Eva and Nick denied my invite to the party. She wakes up early and jogs every morning. So, sentences sometimes need elaboration. All the examples are considered simple sentences. Notice that in the second sentence, there are two subjects, Eva and Nick, and they form a compound subject. While in the third sentence, we have two verbs, wakes up and jogs, and they form a compound verb. Moreover, we have complements. Complements that are underlined in these sentences. So, the second type of sentence is the compound sentence. Consider the following sentence. I paid for the movie tickets. My friend bought popcorn. I paid for the movie tickets. My friend bought popcorn. There are two separate sentences, or simple sentences as we have just established. So the first one is, I paid for the movie tickets, and the second one is, my friend bought popcorn. Each one of them makes complete sense on its own, and you can understand it separately from the other. The English language allows us to combine and join these simple sentences by using a coordinator in order to obtain a compound sentence. So, as you can see, I paid for the movie tickets and my friend bought popcorn. So we have kind of a link between the two independent sentences. We kind of join them with the coordinator and. As a conclusion, a compound sentence contains two independent clauses joined by a coordinator. Now, consider the following sentences. Lola drove through the highway and Dina took the train. The second one, Lola loves chocolate cake, but Dina prefers strawberry cake. The third, Lola was ill, so Dina cleaned up the house. And the last, the girls are amicable, for they are childhood friends. So in each case, we have two independent clauses that are separated by brackets, the violet brackets that you can see. And since they are all compound sentences, we have a coordinator. As you can notice, we have four coordinators: and, but, so, for. So, each sentence contains coordinators like we have seen and a comma. It is very important to precede the coordinator by a comma. Notice that each coordinator provides a specific link between the two independent clauses. So, the coordinator and is to add an idea. The coordinators but and yet are to show contrast. Or and nor to highlight a choice. So, to indicate result. For, to specify a purpose. In order to make it easier to remember these coordinators, note that the first letter of each one, F, A, N, B, Y, and S, spell fanboys. So to remember, think of fanboys and you will remember all coordinators, but the purpose, you have to memorize it by yourself. Moving to the next type of sentence, and it is the complex sentence. Consider the following sentence. I am saying sentence way too much. The perfume was expensive. My brother bought the perfume. The perfume was expensive is the first sentence. My brother bought the perfume is the second one. Here again, we have two independent clauses. Notice that in the first two sentences, or these sentences, the word perfume is repeated. But even if it is repeated, it plays different roles in each sentence. It is the subject of the first and the object of the second. So, in order to avoid this repetition, we use a relative pronoun that gives us a complex sentence, which is the perfume that my brother bought was expensive. The perfume that my brother bought was expensive. That replaces perfume and allows us to avoid repetition, making the two independent clauses into a complex sentence. Now consider the following sentence. Dina was sick. Her mother sent her to school. Dina was sick. Her mother sent her to school. Here again, even though the repetition is not as clear as in the first case, we don't have the same word that is repeated in both independent clauses, we still have a repetition. In what kind? Dina and her. Dina is her. So it is the subject of the first sentence again and the object of the second sentence. We can combine these in this case by using a subordinator to obtain another complex sentence. So, although Dina was sick, her mother sent her to school. Although Dina was sick, her mother sent her to school. As you can see, we have the highlighted part, the blue part, the first one, although Dina was sick. If you say just this sentence alone, standing alone, it will not make sense on its own. Although Dina was sick, you are still waiting for something, for some information to complete your sentence. Otherwise, her mother sent her to school. That is a complete, understandable sentence. Her mother sent her to school is complete and comprehensible. We call the first part, the blue part, a dependent clause because it depends on another sentence in order for it to make sense. The first one is a dependent clause, while the second one is an independent clause since it stands alone and makes sense on its own. As a conclusion, a complex sentence has a dependent clause that does not make sense if it stands alone, and an independent clause that can stand alone and make sense, joined by either a relative pronoun, such as that, who, which, or a subordinator. And in here, in this table, we can see a list of subordinators and their purpose. They either indicate time, reason, place, contrast, or result. So this is it for the types of sentences. I have provided in the platform practice and videos in order for you to understand further. Please keep in mind that practicing at home and writing as much as you can is the key to perfection. Thank you very much for attending this course with me, and I will see you in the next one.